Hello and welcome once again. I'm going to talk about one of my favorite plants today. So this here is the Pachira Aquatica. It's kind of my pride and joy. I've been nurturing this thing for so many years. Freaking love it. So this here is in the Malvaceae family. It's also known as the Guiana Chestnut. It's very common in Asian culture too. I think they call it the money tree. It's a very slow to start off tree. And then once you get it going, it's really quite fast. That growth rate really accelerates as it matures. And see, I'm wearing like buckeyes. This is like another type of chestnut. Ah. Thought it'd be fitting for this video. So anyways, this here is just a little braided standard trunk thing that I got in this tiny little pot. They're really not fussy about soil or pot size. They have such a small root system. They really do quite well. As long as you supplement them with some sort of liquid fertilizer. So I've been using a 5-10-5, I believe, all-purpose fertilizer, and it seems to love that. It just shoots out new growth every time I fertilize it. So I'll put 7 drops per liter of water, and I fertilize it every second Friday, and it seems to do quite well. Just look at this canopy. How happy is that? I freaking love that. So it's got these really nice palmately compound leaves. They're kind of a lime green color. My lighting's not that great right now. Just as they start out, which is really quite beautiful. It's quite an attractive plant for like the front of a house. Has these kind of corky stems as they start to mature, but at first they're kind of more of a chartreusey, kind of thin, kind of flexible, almost bamboo-ish texture. And the tiny little new leaves are just so cute. I mean, they're fully formed basically, and they have all their venation, and they're like the size of an American penny. Like they're so small. This plant here does very well in so many different light situations. I find filtered light southern exposure is the best, but well, here in North America at least, but in other parts of the world, northern exposure would be the best. If you're in an equatorial zone, eastern exposure is probably the best. Yeah. It's a little bit prone to like sun scalding, I've noticed. So mine has this kind of coppery it's almost like a bleached look to some of the leaves. And unfortunately that doesn't go away, but it's not a wise idea to cut off those leaves because they do photosynthesize still. If you're gonna plant them in a pot, I highly recommend you plant a couple as seen in this braided. Because then you get that full canopy and you don't just get this one long stem with a few leaves on the very top. This plant for some reason, like I have it next to my bird cage, so it always gets feathers and dusts on stuff on it, but it seems to fare pretty well. They like to be misted every once in a while. And I'm just so proud of this. I've been growing this thing since I was like maybe 16. I mean, I'm 19 now, so like it's past 3 years. I mean, I braided it myself. I've been starting it since it was so young, and I'm just so proud. So yeah, good things can happen with a bit of patience, and man, I didn't even say where this is from. So this here is from Central and South America, anywhere from Petén in Guatemala. I know it grows naturally all the way down to Guayaquil in Ecuador, and it grows in Suriname, French Guiana, Guyana, Venezuela, some of the Caribbean islands. I know you can find it in Grenada and Dominica, or Dominica. I think it's Dominica. I'm sorry if you're from there. Anyways, yeah, so happy growing, you guys. I wish you all success. Have a good one.